Hello and welcome, fellow bookworms and film fans. Welcome to this week's episode of The Contenter Narrative. We are looking at the first book in the Morganville Vampire series, Glass House by Rachel Caine. Now, I have actually met Rachel Caine. She is a wonderful human being. I have read other book series by her as well and thoroughly enjoyed them. But this book series is just... It's just a lovely take on a vampire story, basically. So you've got Claire, who moves to Morganville and takes up studying, and then because she basically is getting bullied relentlessly by someone on campus, she is also underage as well, so she's not of university age, she's just gifted. So she then moves off campus and ends up in this house. However, one of the people that live there don't live there. He actually died and he's the ghost of the person. Another person is the son of a vampire killer, and another one is just sort of on odds and outs with everybody in authority. And it's about the four of them sort of bonding, and then Claire coming to the realization that she has moved to a town that is run by, controlled by, and basically inhabited by vampires, but in a way that they've got an infrastructure and they've got a queen and they've got, like, you know, the people below them, and, you know, they've got how everything works, and everybody is required to give a certain amount of blood per month, and, you know, you've got special bracelets depending on who you belong to in the hierarchy. And it's amazing. I mean, I genuinely, sometimes I find vampire stories can be very old-fashioned and done, and I will be doing Dracula in this series very soon. But this is just, I mean, there's 15 books, so be prepared if you start reading this that there is a series of books. The first one is just great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The characters are really good. The way they interact with everybody is really good. The original idea of vampires running and owning a town completely, to the point where no one else realizes, is just genius. The infrastructure is brilliant. And honestly, I have reread these books many, many, many times. I believe it was actually one of my siblings that got me onto the Morganville Vampire series books. And I just kind of went from there. I ended up buying all 15 and meeting the author, who, as I said before, lovely person. So if you're willing and ready to start a 15 series book, then this is a good series for you. And if you are a fan of vampire series, again, this is a good series for you. If you don't particularly want to read a series of books, I'd probably give this one a miss, because although it is a good standalone story, it does leave a lot that gets concluded in later books. So it does leave quite a lot open. So it's not... I've had books before where I've read it and it's kind of a standalone story, you don't need to read the rest. But if you're not prepared to take on a series, probably give this one a miss. You can catch this at, obviously, your library, Amazon, eBay, Kindle, buy it, rent it, whatever you want to do. But I give this book a 4 out of 10. And I would always recommend this book series if anybody's looking for a vampire series, young adult, that isn't too sort of like horror-y, as it were. Thank you so much for watching. As you know, this is my own opinions. If you agree or disagree with anything that I say, please leave it below in the comments. If you're enjoying the books that I'm recommending, please leave below in the comments. Also, if you've got any books that you'd like me to recommend, that you'd like me to read and put on the channel, leave them below in the comments. Thank you so much for all your continued support, and remember to always keep it contento.